I was born at the time of the disintegration of Soviet Union in 1993. Together with me a new country was born. Now you know it is a Russia. I grew up in a low middle class family. I was brought up only by my mother. I have not seen my father since birth, although my mother has told me about him, as I know he has a family and I have two half-sisters, whom I also never saw. As for my mom, I think she deserves an individual story. And as saying goes, a person like she needs to have a monument put for her. She comes from a village that in the Republic of Kalmykia, which is also in Russia. At age 18 she came alone to an unfamiliar big metropolis called Moscow, and without knowing anyone. She started building her life here and then ventured into heaven and raised me alone. And this is the most important and cherished person in my life. She gave me the name Bear, which in translation from Kalmyk language means joy. As long as I can remember, I was always stubborn. In most cases I didn't listen to my mother and did everything in my own way. I achieved what I wanted, especially in my childhood, like everyone else. I think that I needed to be called stubborn in the Kalmyk language variant. I always wanted to grow up and start working as soon as possible, because I saw how much time and effort my mom spends working for us. My first experience was at 7 years old, when my classmate and I refueled cars at the gas station. And we received some pennies, then we would buy ourselves ice cream. With that, mom didn't have to spend money on ice cream. That was at least some help for her. Going among the Russians whilst having an Asian appearance was difficult. In elementary school, children are not yet so cruel, but in the middle, when the age of transition comes, all the fun begins. Mostly it will be complete strangers that would comment about my eyes, which clearly show that they could not come up with anything original and to note that my eyes are different in shape. Now I'm ready to laugh at this, because it's me and it makes no sense to take offense at this. I often joke about my eyes. At the age of 14 I started loaning money in various places, mainly in the summer on school holidays. I started purchasing in the store, delivered various goods in the form of courier, started the leaflets in the printing house. At school I was not the best student, often received good grades and was late for lessons, especially in the high school. In primary school, my teacher said that I am lazy and if I want to, I will understand everything. And in high school, our principal hoped that we would at least pass the final exams for the minimum entry grades. In the end, I passed above average, because I wanted to. Unfortunately, it was not possible to apply for such scholarships to the university with my grades. And I enrolled in paid studies to become an economist. Honestly, I thought that this is what I am interested in and what I want. Therefore, at 19, studying during the second year of university, I got a job in a bank in a call center. After working for about a year, I transferred to the office of the bank. After the bank, I went to a sales manager in one of the consulting companies. From there, I went back to the bank, then another one, and so until I realized that I didn't want to associate my life with working in a bank, and that I was a free person and didn't intend to sit all day in the office trying to sort through the papers. After searching for answers in myself with what I want to do, I decided to start doing internet marketing. So I settled in a tour company without having a background in this area. Here is where the most interesting began. One day during lunch I decided to browse on YouTube and I found a travel video. Inspired and immersed in this atmosphere and decided that I want to shoot something like that and edited it. Then I went to take a loan from the bank and bought a GoPro 4, Phantom 4 and a laptop for portable editing. I spent about 200,000 rubles on this equipment, which is $31.25 in August 2017. I went on a vacation, shot some stuff, but not everything I wanted to. When I came back to work at the time, an CEO came and asked me to leave, since it was not profitable for him to keep an SMM manager, and it was easier for him to find on outsourcing. After leaving work, I started editing the video. At the time of editing, at the time of shooting, I didn't know anything about this fear. and how and what is supposed to be done. I remember that I shoot everything in an after mode and with large frames, though later I had the opportunity to slow it down. After searching on the internet, I found the course on Premiere Pro. I began to study it and to edit the video in a parallel. I edited for a long time, spending 1 hour a day, constantly changing thumbing, deleting. After a couple of weeks, I have done thumbing. With this video, I started looking for work in a relevant field. And then I was taken as an operator editor in one digital organization, which recorded reportage videos from their meetings and speeches. Most of them I edited, some of them I shot. The work was monotonous and very simple, and I wanted more. Earlier I somehow found one video where animated different elements were integrated into the video. So that's how I got to know the motion design. After that, while working as an operator editor, I began to study courses on this topic. Then I decided to leave and try myself on television as a motion designer. I settled on one central TV channel. Having worked there for 3 months, I left for another entertainment channel, which attracted great prospects in terms of development at the professional level. I worked there for about 9 months. Basically, I was engaged in post-production. I also tried to do projects for Drains in parallel. After 9 months of work, and especially after the change of leadership, I was fired. Without notice, without conversation. I just came to work and found out that my account was turned off, and later that I was fired. At this moment I was expecting something like this to happen, because I wanted to do something absolutely different from work, and to be more exact, to make videos that I like. And actually my thoughts became reality. The last 4 months were very incomprehensible. For this time I managed to work in a couple of places, even in a taxi. It's very difficult physically. I had to work 14 hours a day to earn at least some kind of money. To be honest, I thought that I would work more time, but I was wrong. Now I am out of work, looking for various options and sometimes working on freelancing. In my 25 years I have changed more than 10 jobs, if talking about official employment. Someone will say that this is a lot. For me this is normal. I believe that after school it's necessary to give some time to people so that they can understand what they want to do, and afterwards, depending on the desire to get education and the sphere they need. Because I have experienced what it is to rush in search of what you really want to do, and because of not understanding, many end up doing what they don't like. And maybe I have begun to understand what I really want to do, and most importantly, for what.